Hey guys, this is Mrs. Applegarth, and today we're going to talk about Lesson 8.1, Single Payment Loans. Our lesson objective is to compute the maturity value and the interest rate of a single payment loan. So let's get some vocabulary together. So next to single payment loan, I want you guys to write a loan that you repay with one payment after a specific period of time. Make sure you pause if you need to write this down. A promissory note is a written written promise to pay a certain sum of money on a specific date in the future. And maturity value, the total amount you must repay for a loan. If you need more time to write these down, make sure you guys pause the video. So the maturity value of a loan is the total amount you must repay. So that's loan and the interest. All right, a term is the amount of time for which a loan is granted. Ordinary interest is interest on a loan calculated basing the loan's time period on a 360-day year. And exact interest is just the same thing, except it's interest on a loan calculated by basing the loan's time period on a 365-day year. So here's our formulas. We're going to start out with the interest formula. It's your principal. That's what you originally start out borrowing. You're going to times it by your rate, that's your percentage, and then times it by the amount of time that goes by. For this scenario, we're just going to do number of days input for the time. So the ordinary interest is that calculation. It's the principal, so what you originally borrow, times the rate, which is a percentage, times the number of days, divided by 360. So I think of it as 360 for ordinary interest. Exact interest, because there's exactly 365 days in the year, it's your principal times your rate, which is a percentage, times the number of days, divided by 365. Your maturity value is your principal plus the amount of interest you earn that you have to pay back. So it's what you originally borrow plus the interest, which we get from calculating over here, that your loan earns. Okay, so we're going to look at Anita's Loans Bank granted her a single payment loan of $7,200 for 91 days to pay for new merchandise for her candle shop. Determine the maturity value if the rate is 6% ordinary interest or 6% exact interest. So step number one is to find the ordinary interest. So we take our principal, times it by our 6% rate, times it by 91, and divide by 360. Then we find the maturity value. It's our $7,200 plus our $109.20 in interest. So our maturity value for the ordinary interest is $7,309.20. Okay, exact interest is the same calculation. It's a 7,200 times 0.061 or 6% times the 91, except now we divide by 365. So our amount is $107.70, and that's how much exact interest. So the maturity value is going to be $7,200 plus the $107.70. So that's $7,307.70. Sorry, I'm going backwards. Okay, if we do the concept check together, these two problems both put together, let's see how that works. Parker Logan purchased a new surfboard costing $600 and financed it at 9%, so we times it by 9%. and for 90 days. So that's times 90. And we look, it's ordinary interest. So O means we divide by 360. O for ordinary. Okay, let's pull up the calculator. That's 600 times 9%. Times 90 days divided by 360. So that's $13.50. That answers A. And then for B, we need to find the maturity value. So we're going to add that back into the 600. So the maturity value is $613.50. Okay. Number 2, Holmes Ostendorf added a tack room to his barn, costing $48.50. Financed at 7% exact interest for 120 days. And we're going to divide that by 365 because it's exactly the number of days in the year. So that's $48.50 times 7% times 120 divided by 365. So that is $11.05. Okay, we're going to add that back into the $48.50. To get our grand total of $48.61.05. Okay. So next we have 8.2. It's installment loans. There should be an S here. Amount financed. Our learning objective, our lesson objective is to calculate the down payment and the amount financed on an installment loan. So an installment loan is a loan you repay in equal payments over a specified period of time. It's what we most generally think of when we think of a loan. A down payment is a portion of the cash price of an item you are purchasing, which you pay before financing the rest on credit, usually required when purchasing an item with an installment loan. Okay. And then the amount financed is the portion of the cash price owed after making the down payment. If at any time you need to fast forward or rewind this to get the information, please feel free. Our formulas are the amount financed is your cash price minus your down payment. Sometimes we're going to have to calculate the down payment by multiplying the cash price by the percent off we're calculating. Let's take a look at a couple problems. Our buddy Trudy is buying gym equipment for $13.99. She makes a $199 down payment and finances the remainder. How much does she finance? If we take $13.99 minus the $199, she's got $1,200 as the amount financed. Let's try a couple problems here. Melina Vardalos purchased season concert tickets for $199.99. The down payment is $199.99. So if I want to find the amount financed, I'm going to subtract $199.99 These are 9s. So I get $1,800. Okay, Berlini Dentistry purchased new equipment for $39.50. The down payment is $150, so I'm going to subtract out $150 from here. And I get 3. Sorry, I get 2. Nope, 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 nope. Hold on. I get, let's work backwards. 0, 0, 8, 3. $3,800. Boop. So I get $1,800. Let me write that better. And $1,300. Okay. I know this seems really, really easy, but when we go back to our presentation, let me show you how this might get more difficult. So if I'm asked for the down payment as a percentage, so like Rosalind Clay purchased a previously owned piano at $1,140 using the store's installment credit plan. She made a 20% down payment and financed the remainder. What amount did she finance? So first I'm going to have to find the down payment by multiplying 1,140 times the 20%. So she's going to pay $228 up front. So we're going to go ahead and pay that off of the original cash price. So we go 1,140 minus 228. So the amount financed is $912. Okay, we're going to try that here on these two problems. So Antonio Reyes purchased an antique chest for $1,360 cash price. He made a 20% down payment. We're going to find the down payment and then find the amount financed. So it's $1,360 times the 20%. We get $272. And then we got to find the amount financed. This is A. So we take $1,360 minus $272. And we get 1,088. All right, next problem. We purchased a diamond bracelet for $1,725. We make a 30% down payment. Let's calculate what that is. It's $517.50. Then we want to subtract that off of our original amount. Okay. And that's $1,207.50. All right. And that's lesson 8.2. Now on to 8.3. Installment loans, monthly payments plus a finance charge. We're going to calculate the monthly payment or the total amount repaid, and finance charge on an installment loan. We're looking at annual percentage rate. It's an index or a number showing the cost of borrowing money on a yearly basis expressed as a percent. So there's three things we're going to calculate. We're going to calculate the monthly payment. We take the amount of our loan, what we're borrowing, divide it by 100. Then we look up our number from the chart. So depending upon the amount of term, the number of months and the percentages, this number is going to change. Then we find the total amount repaid, which is the number of payments times whatever we calculated out for the monthly payment. Then the finance charge is the total amount repaid, which is the second one here, minus the amount financed, which we calculated. It's the amount of the loan. Okay, so let's see how that works. Blake and Jacqueline Topfer are purchasing a $1399.99 side-by-side refrigerator with an installment loan that has an APR of 12%. The store financing requires 10% down payment and 12 monthly payments. What is the finance charge? So they are financing $1399.99 minus 10%. So 10% of $1399.99 is $140. So we're going to subtract out $1399.99 minus 140. So we get $1259.99. Then we're going to take a little look. So 12% for 12 months. Let me show you here on the other notes page. So 12% for 12 months. We get 8.88 from the table. So when we go back to our PowerPoint, boop, that's where they get this amount right here. So we take the $1259.99, always divide, or the amount of loan, divide by 100, times it by the chart value. And when we do that, we get $111.89. That is your monthly payment. We're not looking for just the monthly payment. We're looking for the finance charge. So we're going to take the monthly payment, 111.89, times it by 12 months, because that's how many payments we're going to make. And we see that the amount repaid is going to be $1,342.68. Our finance charge is the amount that we repay minus the amount that we financed. And after that's said and done, it's $82.69. Okay, let's do this last problem together. Ingrid Nilsson purchased a $4,000 gazebo for her garden. The down payment is 20%, and the installment loan has an APR of 10% for 36 months. We're going to find 5 things. We're going to find the down payment, the amount financed, the monthly payment, total amount repaid, and the finance charge. Okay, so the down payment is $4,000 times 20%. That's $800. So then we're going to find the amount financed. So it's the $4,000 minus the $800 that we put as a down payment. So the amount financed is $3,200. Okay. The monthly payment, we're going to look up from this table. We're going to take the $3,200. We're going to divide by 100, because that's what the formula told us to do. And then we're going to multiply it by the table. The table, we got to look up 10% for 36 months. So we go back up to our table. and we find 36 months and 10%. So it's 3.23. And then we just throw that bad boy into our calculator. 3,200 divided by 100 times 3.23 equals $103.36. Okay. Now we're going to find the total amount repaid. So we're going to take $103.36 and times it by the number of payments we make, which is 36. This will give us how much total we repay. So $3,720.96. Okay. Now we go, our finance charge, E, is our original amount, which is $3,200. So we take our total payback minus our $3,200. We get $520.96. All right, that's the end of our lesson for today. Have a good